Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Hyperfixated. Um, so both of my hosts, Chris and Austin, are on vacation right now, so I'm picking up the slack for the team this week. I don't have any guests planned. I didn't have any guests planned, so I had to come up with a topic on the spot. So I think it would be fitting since the last episode we talked about was Nintendo stuff that I focus this episode on one of my favorite series. Um, my hosts have not played this very much. Austin's played one of the games recent. I'd say recent, like maybe 1 or 2 years ago. Didn't really get fully into it. Chris, I don't believe Chris has played this game, like any of this in this series. But the series that we're talking about today is Animal Crossing. Um, so Animal Crossing is one of my favorite Nintendo series. As I was mentioning to Austin in the last episode, that it's one of my favorite GameCube games. I love the original Animal Crossing. For me, Animal Crossing is a good escape from reality. Whenever you feel like these are getting too stressed, hop on Animal Crossing, talk to your villagers. They'll hit you with the and you just gotta vibe with them. The speak the animalese as they say, because that's what they speak. Um, I've been a player of Animal Crossing since the pandemic hit. I haven't played any Animal Crossing games prior to that. I played Pocket Camp a little bit, but that game it's mid. I'm sorry. I have friends that like it, but it's mid for me. Um, I started with New Horizons and I pre-ordered it before when the pandemic struck. Since nothing came out at that time and we couldn't really do much, a lot of us just stayed inside and I got my first Animal Crossing experience. I had to work that morning, and the game had just came out, so I said, "No, what? I'm just going to start it." So I started my island, built my tent, got some Nook miles, but I couldn't do much because it was 4 in the morning. So I just started my island, chilled out, talked to Tom Nook and some of the villagers that were still awake. But in the end, I didn't get to do much first day. The second day, I built more, worked on my town more. Kind of got used to it, but when I started the game, I started with the newest one in the series. So this has the most like what they call it, quality of life fix, like was it quality of life features. Um, a lot of the quality of life features the other games don't have, like customizing or like terraforming your own island where you can make it your own. That wasn't really a thing in all the other games. You had to pick a layout and you're stuck with it. And if you don't like it, suck it up. But when the game came out, it wasn't fully finished. They still had features that they were adding that we didn't really know about. We're just like, where's swimming? Where's the gyroids? Where's the roost? I want to talk to my boy Brewster. I didn't know who any of those characters were because I didn't play the originals. So when the updates came out, I'm like, oh, what? You can swim and get sea creatures? That's cool. So I did that, and then I unlocked the roost, and I love the roost. Brewster is cool. The music in the roost is one of my favorite songs. I love the roost music. I like the museum music too. Blather's music is really good. Brewster is one of my favorite non-villager character. I mean, he's a villager, but he's just like he's a man boss. He does his own thing. He's a man boss. He does his own thing. He's the boss of the roost. Um, But so I started with Animal Crossing New Horizons, and that made me think, well, if this game's good, why don't I try some of the others? So then I got Animal Crossing Wild World for my DS because I didn't have a GameCube at this point. So I got Animal Crossing Wild World and I played it. And I'm like, the graphics aren't the best, but I like the music a lot. So I just played it more and more and more, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling this one. This one's okay, and I mean, it's got some cool DS features that like it hasn't brought back since. Like since the DS had two screens on it, you can see the sky with like the top screen and the bottom screen. You just run around picking your weeds, collecting bugs, fish, and fossils, repaying your debt to the Tanuki, and that just having fun with your villagers. Speaking with them with a um so yeah, that was this one. But when I played this one, I'm thinking, why are the villagers so mean? Like I got like harassed by Wart Jr. Wart Jr. is based, by the way. He's really freaking ugly and stupid, but I love Wart Jr. Wart Jr. is a Chad. Um, but dude was freaking relentless with me. He was so mean. I'm like, why are the villagers so like this mean? I didn't know it at the time, but like in the older games, like them villagers were brutal. Like they got me feeling sad. Um, One of the features I did like was being able to teach everybody. I mean, even in the newer game, getting to talk to the villagers a lot, up to the point where they're like, "We need to create a new catchphrase, or can I give you a new nickname?" And they call you whatever you want. They talk to you, do whatever you like. One thing I don't like about New Horizons though is that they give me clothes I don't want. Sometimes I just sell them, but they're like one of my people roasted me. They said, "I think you'd like this apron." I'm like, "I don't like this apron. I don't cook. I don't want to wear this girly apron. I'm a man. Give me a man apron." And they're like, "No, you don't need that." So I sell it to Timmy and Tommy. And they give me 10 bells. Um. So with all the older games, like if I were to do a ranking of like how I rank the games right now, um, due to graphics, Animal Crossing Wild World, it makes up for it in City Folk. Uh, but just for this state of like the games, I put those at the last one just for having a little bit more outdated features of Wild World and City Folk. I'm putting it in the same category because their hourly music is the exact same. It's just better graphics and the new city feature, but that's about the big difference. Um, the next game is New Horizons. Is the third my third. Um, it's a great game, and it was my favorite when it came out. But I have two other favorites that are a little bit more important than New Horizons. I love New Horizons, and it's very, very fun. But the other two kind of hold a closer place. My second, I might catch a lot of flack for this. New Leaf is my second favorite. I haven't fully beat Full Leaf. You can't fully beat an Animal Crossing game, but I haven't dedicated a lot of time to my town in New Leaf quite yet because your boy has ADHD and I hyperfixate on games too much and get bored and keep switching from game to game. Like right now, I'm on Pokemon Oras, well Omega Ruby to be specific, but New Leaf is good. I like the hourly music in New Leaf, but sometimes like I feel like I did all I could in a day and don't really want to hop back on it right there. I have an app where I enter in all my fossils I found, bugs and fish, to make it easier so I can complete the museum in time. But I don't know. I keep falling off of that one. But my favorite, same as the Nintendo games when I was talking about one of my favorites, Animal Crossing population growing is my favorite Animal Crossing game. Um, Something just about the simplicity of the first game, like with having its base features, nothing extra. Um, it's the final version of Dobotsu no Mori. As I said in the other one, Animal Crossing started out as an N64 game. They were going to make it for the it was like the N64 CD feature or something, but then they decided not to do the CD feature, and so they just updated the game, added more stuff to it, and then made the Butts No Mori E. And then when the GameCube came out, they was like, "Oh, we'll just make the newest version of this and put it on a CD," and they regionalized it like that. So I like the original Animal Crossing because it's a very simple game. You can't really do much with character customization. You can't do much with clothes. If you're a boy, you have a hat with horns, like a Viking helmet. If you're a girl, you have a witch hat, a pointy hat. You're stuck with it. You can't take it off. Um, I like one feature I liked about this game a lot is whenever you're talking to Rover on the train, depending on the answers you give him, is what your villager looks like. Um, So I thought that was really interesting. That was something I didn't learn until late. Um, I'm working on my GameCube one now. I'm on my last loan from Tom Nook, and what I'm doing is I'm giving myself a little bit of. I play it like once a week. Give myself time to just go through 7. Sorry. Go through 7 days worth of Animal Crossing. Sell the fossil, like find all the fossils, sell them, talk to my villagers, pick the weeds, move on. repeat, do the same thing over and over and over. Get all my money, um, put it in the bank. Well, put it in my loan repayment thing. Pay off more and more of the loan, and then hopefully I'll be done and I'll get the cool statue of my villager. And then if I want to fully complete the game, I'll do it with 3 different save files. But your boy's not doing that because I still need to finish the museum and get the golden shovel. No, I have the golden shovel. I have the golden axe from building enough trees and flowers. I need the golden fishing rod for getting all the fish. I need um the golden bugs net for getting all the bugs. I believe that's an item. Um, but I need all those, and I don't have them yet. But I don't know, just the old game, like the graphics, the way it looks, the way you play it, the villagers. It has my boy Bill. Bill is my second favorite villager. My favorite villager is Ketchup. She's only in Debutsu no Mori E. She's not in any of the. She's not in Animal Crossing. The newest one that she's in to that date is New Leaf, and you have to get her by Amiibo card. And I don't have an Amiibo reader for my 3DS, so that sucks. But I have Ketchup on my 2D on my Switch, so that's good. Um, One of my favorite things in Animal Crossing GameCube, when you start off, you have to work for Tom Nook to pay off your debt, and there's one song that plays through the entirety of you doing like that first little tutorial, and then after that, it never plays again. And that's working for Nook. And here's a little bit of it because I'm not trying to get copywritten. But you're running around doing stuff and you hear this. This is the working for Nook right here. Like I don't know, just hearing that music, like the music sounding like that, in that era of like early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s era music is really good in video games. Like Austin said, I'm a big music person when it comes to video games. So I like the experience of the game, but I also like the music you get to hear in the background. The music like moves me into video game, and I feel more inclined to play a game if I'm really drawn in by the music because I like listening to certain types of music when I'm playing games. And so my favorite Animal Crossing game is the original Animal Crossing. Sometimes simple is better. Less is less is more. This is the definition of less is more. Like I love this game. Even one of the other favorite parts I forgot to mention, I am a pluviophile, which means I enjoy rain a lot. Like rain makes me really happy, and I enjoy it. I enjoy rainy weather more than I do sunny weather. So I always play Animal Crossing when it's raining. Unfortunately, Animal Crossing isn't always raining, but when it does in the original game, like in all the other games when it's raining, the hourly music sounds the same, but it has like a little bit of like a rain twist to it. But in this one, you have a single rain song that plays anytime it rains. Um, and I just love it because it's a really good song, and this is that song. Like it's just this the entire time. Like I loved the rain music. Um, I'd always hop on it, and some days I'd be lucky it'd be raining outside and in Animal Crossing, and you just hear bum 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 bum. I don't know. I enjoyed the rain in Animal Crossing. Population growing because I like the rain music. I like what they did in New Horizons as well. Whenever it was raining, they'd add like it'd be like the same hourly music, but they'd add like a little doom. Like they had an instrument that they used to make it sound like if it was raining, it has like a certain beat to it. I can't describe it, but if you were to hear it, you'd be like, "Oh!" Like for the listeners who played Animal Crossing New Horizon, you know what I'm talking about. When it rains, the music it's the same, but it's got like this another instrument in it that it adds like depth to make it sound like it's like you're in a rainy environment. That's really cool. In my Animal Crossing New Horizons game, I'm working to make it like I want to have like a Japanese sort of theme on the island. So like I have like a little area that's Japanese, and I have like a Japanese forest where I have Totoro in it and he's sleeping. Totoro is my favorite Studio Ghibli movie, and again, I like watching it when it rains. And my favorite part of the movie is the rain scene whenever they're giving Totoro whenever May gives Totoro the umbrella. Um, no, Satsuki gives him the umbrella. I don't like May. May's annoying. When Satsuki gives Totoro the umbrella and he just holds it in the rain. Um, that's why I'm making my island a little bit Japanese themed because I have like a little Studio Ghibli part in there too. I can't wait to get to the Ghibli episode. That's going to be a great episode for us. Um, but yeah, so that's why I like the rain music in the original one and all the other ones too. Um, so I ranked my games on like playability and why I like them the most. But I think I have a close tie with these. My I'm asking the question which Animal Crossing game has the best soundtrack. I believe that it's a tie between Animal Crossing Populations Growing, the original one, and Animal Crossing Wild World / City Folk. I'll say City Folk because the quality is a little bit better because it's not on a DS. But for me, those two games have really good soundtracks. And New Leaf does too, and New Horizons does too. But I feel like with these games, like the songs barely miss. I sometimes I'm not fully feeling New Leaf songs. I'm barely feeling New Horizons. New Horizons songs remind me of summertime or like an island, which is fitting because you're on an island. But they don't always hit. Wild World's music always hits for me, and the GameCube's always hits for me. So my top three favorite songs with an honorable mention too. So my third favorite Animal Crossing song is from Wild World, the 3 p.m. music. Um, it's really there's no other way to describe it besides me playing a little snip of it. So I'm gonna do that because I don't know. I like it. I feel like if I were to have an example, it's a lot better. So this is the 3 p.m. for Wild World. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know. Just all the instruments they use in that one are so good. Like it's so fitting. That's why that one's my third favorite, but I could negotiate and move it up a little bit. But I've played Animal Crossing Wild World like early in the morning too, and when I played it early in the morning, I was like, I had to work third shift one time, and I'm not gonna lie, I hopped on my phone for a second to play Animal Crossing Wild World for a little bit. I just hopped on, saved my game, and I didn't do much, but the I was playing it at 1 a.m. and I was like, whoa, this is really good. So the 1 a.m. music from City Folk / Wild World is really, really good. And here's that one. I'm playing the City Folk one for better quality purposes. That's a really good fitting theme for 1 a.m. Um, my honorable mention is Animal Crossing GameCube at 2 a.m. I don't like it. Well, I don't like it strictly for the aspect where it sounds good, but for me, it's like a reward. It's like the game's like, yep, you stayed up this late. Here's a goofy song. Go to bed, and then 2 a.m.'s music is just this. Like it's so stupid, but I love it. It's such a good song. Um, but my first favorite song is from New Leaf. It's Animal Crossing New Leaf. 8 p.m. Animal Crossing New Leaf 8 p.m. is really good. So you're basically preparing for nighttime, and you hear this. Hold on. Like it's so relaxing. Like it's setting the tone. Like everybody's getting ready for bed. The tone's dying down. This is getting you ready to. It's basically saying slow down for today. The day's almost done. You got to go home and relax. And that so the 8 p.m. music for Animal Crossing New Leaf is really good, and I enjoy hearing that. Um, listening to the songs, it's always the time of day where they're played. It's either a hit or miss Normally, it's never like with Animal Crossing GameCube 2 a.m. It's definitely a miss, but it's so unique that I love it. Like you shouldn't hear horns like that at 2 a.m., but you do because the game's basically rewarding you, saying, "Hey, cool, you stayed up late to hear this goofy song. Go to bed," and you do. But like once like Animal Crossing New Leaf 8 p.m., like it's setting the tone. When you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, the day's slowing down. It's dark outside. It's dark in the game. So I need to settle down as well. It's getting close to bedtime. Everybody else is getting ready for bed. So I'm gonna slow down, and the tone of the game gets slowed down too, because you know that it's time for bed. You're getting ready for bed. So that's why I feel like the music in these games, like they set such a good tone, and they play at the right time. So like you get really excited when it's like midday. You're like, yeah, I'm getting pumped for this. And you hear the 8 p.m. You're like, all right, I got to settle down a little bit, start relaxing, getting ready for bed. Got a big day tomorrow. Got to pay off my loan to the Tanuki. So I know his name's Tom Nook. I just like calling him the Tanuki because I barely get to say the word Tanuki. So why not? Um, those are just really good. Um, so if we're going by favorite villagers, my favorite villager is, well, I'm gonna go down my list. My third favorite is Marina. Marina is a pink octopus. She she does every sentence that she says. She usually ends it with blurb because she's an octopus, so she's blurb. But she's one of the cute characters. I enjoy Olivia. She's a really not Olivia, Marina. Marina is a good character. She I don't know, just seeing the goofy little pink octopus, and then just seeing her big chilling, see what she's doing. Every time I go to her house, she's whipping up something new in the either in her crafting table, shout out to Minecraft, or oven where she's cooking a recipe, and I always get to learn something new. My second favorite villager is Bill. I don't have Bill in New Horizons yet, but I have him in my original game Crossing. Him and Derwin are the goats of my Animal Crossing save because ducks are my favorite animal. So it's only natural that some of my favorite villagers are ducks. Derwin has me laughing. Derwin's an honorable mention because every sentence he says he finishes it with dirt, which makes me sound like I think he's dumb. He's not. Like he collects fossils and stuff. Doesn't mean he's not dumb, but I like Derwin. Derwin's an honorable mention, but my boy Bill is a jock, and he's telling me how he's been lifting, he's been doing squats, he's been running, doing all the exercises that he can do every single day. Bill is a great character. Um, he's also one of the main original ones because some of the villagers got added later on, like in other games, and they're not available in GameCube City Folk Wild World or New Leaf. They're only new in New Horizons, like the cat with two different Norman, I think, and then the that squirrel whose name I don't remember. I don't remember the name. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. Well, my favorite villager by far is another duck, and that's ketchup. I hate tomatoes. I don't like ketchups. I don't like ketchup either because it's made from tomatoes. But this duck is my favorite villager. She's so cute. She looks like a tomato, and she wants to be a pop star. She says she's going to be the best pop star in the village, and she calls everybody Biddy. She goes, "What's up, Biddy?" And she goes, and she's been one of the villagers I've had for a long time. I found her on one of the islands from the Dodo Airport. Um, I didn't know whenever you started the game that the island name you chose you're stuck with. So all my friends had creative names, and I'm stuck with Colby Town. So my island's name is Colby Town. That's cool. Um, but yeah, that was like if I were to go to any Animal Crossing game, if I were stressed, it would be GameCube because I love GameCube. But if not GameCube, and if I want to, I have different moods. If it's raining and I have nothing to do, GameCube 100%. If I want to relax, I feel a little stressed and want to relax, I do Wild World just for the music. Um, if I just want to be at the beach I don't like the beach. I don't really ever want to be at the beach. I lived in Charleston for 14 years of my life, and almost every summer my mom would have us go to the beach like once a week. So I don't like the beach anymore. So I hardly play New Horizons anymore. But every once in a while I'll still hop on and play it for a while. And they're all still good games. They all hold up very well. New Horizons. I'm not bashing any of the games. I love all the Animal Crossing games. I just have a favorite compared to all the other ones. Um, New Horizons was my first, so it's always going to hold a little special place for me. I get nothing but S ranks in the Happy Home Academy now. Oh, I remember another part of New Horizons that I really like is the DLC for the Happy Home Academy or Happy Home Paradise. Being able to design all these homes differently. I haven't beat the DLC yet because you can beat it and you can make a vacation house for every single villager in the game if I'm correct. Um, Sorry, fellas, your boy's a bit sleepy. But you get to learn all these new techniques and use them in your own house on your own island. Like I got a Happy Home Academy trophy for having an S ranked room, S rank house for a long time, and I was able to polish it. So now when you walk in, you see it glimmering with like little shimmer symbols, and that's cool because it's shining now because I cleaned it. Um, I think the most time I have in any Animal Crossing game is the Switch because the GameCube doesn't keep track of my time and the game clock's broken. I played it a lot, but not to the extent of New Horizons because in New Horizons I'm always trying to get a new project finished or started. Um, I remember when we first started out, I went to my friend Sawyer's Island, thinking, "Oh yeah, we haven't been on this game for like more than a few months, so it couldn't be that good." My boy had his entire island, if I'm correct, looking like Delfino Plaza from Mario Sunshine because that's one of his favorite Mario games. And when I went there, I saw the little like even his like tiles for where you're walking looked like the tiles from Animal not Animal Crossing Mario Sunshine, and that's really 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 cool. Um, I love his island compared to mine. It's like my island was like garbage compared to his. His island is just so good. My friend Ricky, when I went over there, he had a whole trail of I don't know why he had a whole trail of alligator snapping turtles. I asked him why. He goes, "It's funny. I caught all of them, and it's funny. It's just there's snapping turtles everywhere." But he had something cool. He had blue roses. I've never had blue roses. I've never had the attention span to really breed for new roses or for blue roses. They're just been kind of sitting there, just like I have like different purple, black, orange roses, but I never fully dedicated time to getting purple roses, and it's not blue roses, and kind of sucks because I want blue roses, but there's like a whole algorithm to it, and you gotta pay close attention. So I probably have to start that entire thing over. I have a rose field specifically to do this, but I keep forgetting to check it, and then I don't get on the game for like a month, and then all these roses grow, and I'm like, I don't know if this is a type 1AC orange or a type 1B orange. If it's a type 1B, I can't use it. Something like that. I don't remember the full term of it, but something like that. Um, if I were to say which game had the best museum, it would be New Horizons because it's the newest game. It has more fish in it, more sea creatures, but like the museum music in the background the entire time, and just everything looking more kind of realistic. It's really cool. I'm still trying to get the sturgeon and a few other fishes I need. Same with bugs. I finished the fossils and I need the art pieces. And I love the art pieces. I like when Red come. Every time Red comes to my island, I'm not even gonna lie. I pull up the Google page when he has his paintings to see if they're real or fake. Because I don't want to get fake art. I don't have the money to afford like the art like that all the time. So I want to try to get the real ones when I can, because nobody can really take it off my hands. I just got to throw it in the trash. Or Timmy and Tommy will be like, "We'll take it off your hands. No money. We're taking it from you. You won't get any money for it." Um, One of my new favorite features they added to New Horizons is well, not new features, but new features to the game was adding Cap'n back, because Captain's music's really good, and I'd always sit there and press A to make my villager like clap with my the, and he goes. Man, crazy. I really wish I had my guests here or my hosts here with me too. Um, I know this episode might seem a little bit boring just being me. I'm doing what I can, trying to keep you guys interested, trying to push out. I'm trying to push out an episode. It's just these things happen sometimes. My boys are on vacation. Um, my other host Luke doesn't know much about Animal Crossing, so he wouldn't be able to do it. Um, my friend Sawyer probably could. If I have an episode with him, me and him could definitely do an Animal Crossing episode and bounce off together. It'd be a little bit easier. But this is just my take on Animal Crossing. I'll be doing more topics on these as we go. Um, if I were to have a favorite KK, well, yeah, if I were to have a favorite KK Slider song, I really like I like KK Birthday because it's a rare one you get to hear, and hearing it on my birthday is really cool. And then what was it? I don't remember. Hold on, I need to look up the name of the songs. I really don't remember. Bubblegum KK, I think. Isn't it? Yeah, Bubblegum KK. I like Bubblegum KK because Isabel sings it, and I like when Isabel sings that one in New Leaf at the karaoke place. I'm trying to think of any like cool features that like the GameCube one had a feature where you could plug your GameCube into the original Animal Crossing, and then you could go to this island and play mini games with Anka because Anka was on the. Well, I don't know if it's strictly Anka or if it was just her on the island, but this person was playing mini games, and when they were playing them, Anka was on the island. You had to like collect fruit or something. It was really interesting looking. And also in the original Animal Crossing games, one of the only ones where they have like full NES ports for like older NES games, and I always thought that was really cool. Only ones I have are Donkey Kong Jr. Math, and I don't play that because I hate math. And then I can't remember what the other one is. I'll have to give more feedback on that one because I genuinely don't remember. Um, but I learned more with naming my island after New Horizons when I learned I can't change the name, and I was stuck with Colby Town. Um, when I first met my girlfriend and we started talking, we started watching Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff. And I remember there was an island and it was named Tortuga. It was filled with a bunch of drunk people and like prostitutes and everything because it was during the pirate time. Captain Jack Sparrow would always be chilling in Tortuga, and but she taught me that I never knew that Tortuga meant turtle in Spanish, and turtles are really cool. But I mainly just thought of the island of Tortuga, and I was like, I like the name Tortuga. It's already an island of Pirates of the it's already an island in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So why don't I just name my island Tortuga? I've been doing that ever since. Like all my islands are named Tortuga, and I like the name Tortuga. It goes really good because turtle's an animal, and it's already an island in Pirates of the Caribbean. So my island is Tortuga, but there are no prostitutes and there are no drunkards. It's just animals. Um, any older features that I am kind of glad aren't back. I don't like the giraffe lady. I don't remember what her name is, but she made me wash her car in GameCube. And if I didn't do a good job, she got me mad at me. And then the GameCube game was relentless. Like there was a camper who was at my village, and he was just camping. And he said, "You want to play a game?" He said, "Guess if you get this question right, I'll give you this prize. If not, I take all of your bells." I'm thinking he's not going to take all my bells. I play this game in New Horizons, no problem. The question he gave me was a trick question. I looked on Google and it said, "This is a trick question. Sorry, you lost all your bells." And sure enough, I had like 90,000 bells gone, and I was fuming. But I didn't want to deal with Resetti. I really didn't want to deal with Rossetti. Rossetti was a big issue for me. That's a feature I miss. But after that, in the villager had all my bells. I got so frustrated. I had to hop off the game for a little bit because I was thinking, man, they didn't trick me with this one. Um, Another thing was on Halloween, I didn't buy candy like I was supposed to, and all the villagers kept tricking me, and they turned my shirt I was wearing into like rags, and I had a really poppin' shirt on too, and it's gone, and I don't remember what the name of the shirt was, so I have to look for it all over again, and I hope I can find it in the shop somewhere, because that sucks. Um, there's that a feature I do want back, like I mentioned earlier. I want Rossetti back. You see him, you get little mentions of him, but nothing really happens whenever you reset your game, and then Rossetti just doesn't show up, and I miss the dum bum 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 bum. Rossetti is a very important character to me because when I first got my GameCube, as I mentioned, the AC power cable wasn't working properly. So my GameCube, I could play the game for like 20 minutes, and GameCube just shut off. And I had to wait like 10 minutes, unplug it, plug it back in, it would work. Hop on the game, do the same thing. But the game I was playing was Animal Crossing, and Rossetti would not stop yelling at me. And I'm like, Rossetti, I didn't mean to do it. My game kept turning off. And then it got to the point where he said he was going to delete my save file, and I about cried. I was like, I got really far. Why are you doing this? And like my screen went black, and he goes, just kidding. And I was like, thank God. And he goes, but you didn't listen to me, so I need to give you a warning again. And then he has a brother who looks like he's skinnier, so they kind of remind me of like Mario and Luigi, where Rossetti is Mario, or actually it could be Wario or Waluigi, but Rossetti is like a mad Mario, and then Rossetti's little brother is more calm, so he's more like Luigi in that sense. But I miss both of them. I miss both those characters a lot, and that's why I think that's why Rossetti is important to me, because that memory where he scared me. Um, whenever I end this, I'm gonna ask a question in the polls, but I want to know, what are your guys' favorite Animal Crossing games? Which one did you start off on? What are your favorite songs from the Animal Crossing games? Let me know. Um, I'd be very interested to learn about those, or like any facts that you guys have about Animal Crossing, any stories at all. I want to get. Well, I'm kind of done with the Animal Crossing now. I have extra minutes. I'm by myself. Can't really bounce off myself, but I want to get to know our audience more. So I want to get more involved with you guys. I want you to tell me like topics you would be interested in, and we can talk about it, see if we have the same opinion, differing opinions, and then we can discuss it further. It'd be really interesting to get more feedback from you guys. So I'll post more. We're going to post more stuff on whenever my hosts get back from vacation. We're going to post more on Twitter. Twitter's more just fan interaction. We haven't had much fan interaction yet. Um, TikTok, we've had better hope with TikTok, so I'm definitely pushing for doing more stuff on TikTok. And then Instagram, we want to we want you guys to know us and who we are, what we enjoy, but in the same time we also want to know more about you guys. What brings you guys to the stuff we enjoy? What's similar about it? Why do you like listening to what we have to say? All that other good stuff. There are they're like really really bleh. Sorry, I talk too fast sometimes. There are there are a lot of interesting stories that we can hear from the audience. Like I made a TikTok video last week about what's your favorite Nintendo console, and we got a lot of feedback. Like I had one person in the comments tell me that they had a time in their life where their one of their parents wasn't there, and their mom had to work two jobs to get him a console that he liked. So that was his favorite console. I believe it was the Game Boy. I think it was the Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance that he said. But I had a similar situation. Like my mom, when my dad left, she did everything she could to make me and my sister happy. So she got us a Wii, but she had to work really hard to get us a Wii because we kept asking. It took her. It was about a year of us begging for one that she finally was able to get me and my sister a Wii, and we played it for a long time, and we still have that Wii to this day. But like it was a moving thing getting to hear that someone in our fan base had one of the same moments that I had, where I grew up in like a struggling household, and it took me a long time. It took my mom a long time, and she was able to get us the console we wanted, but she had to work really hard to help us with that. And that was like a. It was really moving to see my mom work that hard and able to bring her two kids joy by getting us a console we could play together. And I'm always very thankful that my mom was able to do that for us. Um, Getting to hear more of these stories from you guys, it was really moving. I enjoyed getting to interact with the fans more, and I hope to keep doing that. So I'm going to make another TikTok video probably by the end of this one when I have this one uploaded. Um, I'm very curious to learn more and interact more with you guys, bring more fans to the show. If you'd like us, tell your friends. They might be interested. They might want to hop on the show. If you guys have a topic and you want to talk about it on the show, and we have a fan, we're gonna once we get big and more acquainted with like what we're doing and stuff, we'll definitely have like fan interaction episodes. Like we have a few fans just like hop on, give us their takes on like if we're having a topic, we can have a fan just hop on and they can give us their take on the opinion. We'll be like, that's a good take, that's valid, or I'll be like, shut up, that's invalid, get out of here, you bum, something like that. I think that'd be really fun. um I'd like to say I have more. It's probably going to be the shortest episode we have at the moment, but I don't want to stall for time. I don't want to keep blathering on about nothing, but yeah, um, I enjoyed talking about Animal Crossing. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I did what I could with this episode, and hopefully next time we talk about Animal Crossing, we'll get to have more of a lengthy conversation. But let me know if you liked it. Definitely give me some feedback because I want to hear from you guys what your favorite Animal Crossing game is. All right, so my questions for you guys, I'm going to put them in the podcast link as well on Spotify, but I do want to know. So my first question, what is your favorite Animal Crossing game? Second question, do you have a favorite hourly song from any of the Animal Crossing games or special songs like the rain music, um, the working for Nook music like that, the Rooster music, the museum music? What's your favorite song? Which game do you think? No, question number three. Which game do you think has the best soundtrack? Um, Mine was Wild World and City Folk because for me, I liked them all. They all resonated with me. Again, I didn't play them when I was little, but I can imagine if I did, this is the sounds of my childhood right here. Like I can put myself in little Colby's shoes, and I think I would like that when I was that age. So that's question number three, and then question number four is, do you have a favorite villager? If you're in Ketchup Gang, let me know because Ketchup's based. I like the duck. If not, I would love to hear on who your favorite villager is, and I'll definitely make more videos surrounding these as the days go on. Um, but yeah, oh yeah, I'd also like to know. I can post something on my Twitter too, asking you guys about it. But I would like to know any funny stories you guys had with Animal Crossing. Any like fun, anything like interesting you found out about any of the games. Any fun memories you've had with family or friends. Um, what all you did in your games, etc. I'd love to hear it. This is one of my favorite series, and I will 100% respond to anything you ask for us. Anything you ask. You can find us on Instagram at hyperfixated_podcast, and in there we have a link tree that will take you to our Instagram page, our Twitter page, and our Spotify. Um, I don't have my TikTok on here yet, but I need to put the TikTok on there too. The TikTok one will be on there as soon as I get done with this podcast. So there's that. But um that's all I got for you today. As my boy Reggie once said, all right, that's all the time I've got. I got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. I'll see you guys next week, and we will have a much longer episode. But I cannot wait to hear your guys' responses. I'll see you next week.
Hey, let me get a minute. Hey, let me get one too. And let me hold one. Yeah. Yeah, man, right there. What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, right there. What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing? What the dog, what the dog, what the dog doing?